everybody, and welcome back to Life on the Off-Grid Farm. I was going to make a quick little video today talking about this Kohler backup generator and what it can and really cannot do, and how we were just able to solve the problem of it potentially charging maybe one of our power walls. So I came out here to do a little interview with the generator, and the generator said, "Hey, before you talk about me and throw me under the bus, make sure you talk about how bad the Tesla app can be when you need it to work for you." So I was like, okay, generator, you're right. I'm going to do a little quick video on the Tesla app, the home app, the two things I really don't like about it. And this is going to be quick because there's more than two things. There's a lot of asterisks here and parentheses here. But if I was to summarize, the first one is that the app should do three things, essentially. It should tell us what we're making power, it should tell us that we're using power, and it should tell us how much time we have left. And it successfully does those two things. It tells us that we're making power, tells us that we're using power, and it tells us how much time we have left. Problem is, those three things don't talk. So for instance, if we're making a kilowatt, like we are right now, and we're using a kilowatt, like we are right now, but it's been gray for a few days, so we do not have a lot of battery. We've got a 16% left in our power wall storage. It's saying we have an hour left. But at the end of the day, we're making and we're using the exact same amount. So until that ratio changes, we really are using as much power as we're needing. So that hour is not accurate. So we could do the math, we can kind of check out what's going on. But I kind of figured with a guy who could start a company that goes to Mars, that puts satellites in space, that drives electric vehicles all over the world, and that implants chips into people's brains, that maybe he could get the solar input, the solar output, the battery percentage to all talk to each other. That's the one thing, the primary thing. Now, I could do the math in my head. It does work out, it does check out, it all is fine. It's not a big deal. But the fact is that our Tesla app also doesn't know that we exist off-grid. Now, we designed this whole system with Tesla to be off-grid. So it was just a little confusing when we never quite got that part of it started up. So our app never quite knows that we're entirely off-grid. It thinks we have a grid connection. It wants to maintain a grid connection. And every once in a while, it reconnects back up to the system to try to do some ridiculous firmware upgrade, hardware upgrade, software upgrade, some kind of wear upgrade, and it ruins our whole system. And I got to sit on the phone for a couple hours, back on with the Tesla level, whatever engineers, 2, 3, 4 engineers, whatever it is, and then we have to recalibrate the system and reset it back to the default settings from when we installed it all. So it would just be nice if the Tesla app was just smart enough to know, hey, this is what's happening right now. Hey, this is what we're bringing in and what we're using and how it's going to affect how much time you have left. Or hey, you're going off grid right now. Or hey, here's the generator that's going to go on to power the power walls. And it has taken us almost 2 years to put all these pieces together, and we still do it in kind of a Band-Aid type of way where it'd be nice if it worked seamlessly, because then I wouldn't have to come out to either recalibrate these things, turn them on and off, or cross my fingers and hope for the best. So that was my little bit of a hang up with the Tesla app. There's a lot more issues I have with it, but those are the two big ones. Tesla could do better. You could do better with your app, with your home app, your solar app. And I have lots of advice if you want it. So between me and the generator, right? That's right, Tesla, make a better app. So between me and the Kohler generator, I'm not done with you either, my friend. We're going to do an interview next, and I'm going to talk about all the problems I'm having with you. But in the meantime, we're going to need you to run for a little while. You kind of run like a Ford Model T, but at least you're doing something, and at least we're able to juice up one of our power walls. Sometimes more. You know, it could be a little hit or miss, but cross our fingers. We're going to hope for one, and we're going to start there, one step at a time. Or the journey of 1,000,000 miles began with one charged power wall. I think that's what Confucius said. So until next time, hope everybody's got the power they need to get through your day. Stay warm out there, and we'll see you next time on the Off-Grid Farm.